My name is Zoe Watson, and I'm Superintendent of Anglophone South School District. And it is my pleasure to offer congratulations to this year's 2021 recipients of the Turnaround Achievement Awards. And this event, the 3 Turnaround Achievement Awards celebrations in St. John, in Hampton Ed Centre, and in St. Stephen Education Centre, would be one of my very favorite events to attend each and every year. And our school district has a long history of celebrating and recognizing recipients of this award. So students at middle school and high school, congratulations to you. It's not easy to make a turnaround. And I know that some of you have turned around with respect to your attitude, perhaps your attendance, your behavior, your hard work at school to improve your marks. And that hasn't always been easy. So thank you for all of those efforts. And I would like to say a special thank you to the members of staff, principals, teachers, education assistants, students. It's important for you to say thank you to those who have helped you along this road to winning this award. And family members, I know if we were at the real event and I was speaking to you, I'd be looking out over the crowd and lots of staff and lots of families would have smiling faces because I know you are so proud of these young people. So thank you to family members for all of the help and the support that you have given. Education is about all of us working together, and you have an important part to play on the journey with us. I would like to thank the organizers in each of the 3 education centers for leading the way to make sure that this ceremony is happening. In the St. John Education Center, to Erica Lane and her committee, St. Stephen's Center, Jennifer Grant and her committee, and in the Hampton Ed Center, led by Michael Chasson and Jeff Nelson. And also a special shout out to Technology Coordinator Darren White and his coach teachers who have worked so hard with the schools and the recipients to put this video production together. So students, congratulations to you. Thank you for all your hard work this school year, and enjoy this video.
Hello, my name is Alan Davis, Director of Schools in the Hampton Education Center, and I'd like to welcome you to this, our 2021 Turnaround Achievement Awards. This is our first time going virtual, as many things have changed this year, so too have our awards. Congratulations to all of our recipients on your great achievements this year. Making changes is never easy, but you exemplify what can happen when one does make changes and takes them seriously. So again, I would like to say congratulations to all of our winners. Have a great evening.
Hey everyone, I'm Dominic Carty, New Brunswick's Minister for Education and Early Childhood Development, and really proud to be part of this year's, sadly virtual, Anglophone South School District Turnaround Award ceremony. This is a huge deal, I know, for all the award winners tonight, and congratulations to you for, as the award says, turning your life around. And thanks to all the folks who nominated our award winners tonight, and thanks to all the people who supported them. But I really want to just take a moment and congratulate the folks who are taking home an award tonight, knowing that this award in itself, that's not what's important. What's important is the struggles that you've gone through, and the resolve and the resilience that you've shown, and the courage you've shown to be able to start off from somewhere difficult and reach up and start to do great things. And I can't wait to see what all the award winners do in the years to come, because this, to my mind, is the beauty of public education. When you get the support that you need, you get the help that you need, but then you start to fly. Congrats to all the award winners. and look forward to seeing everyone in person next year. Thanks so much.
Good evening, honored guests, award recipients, family members, school, and district staff. It is my pleasure to bring you greetings from the Department of Education and Early Childhood Development to recognize the 2021 Anglophone South School District Turnaround Achievement Award winners. 2021 has been a challenging year for all of us, making this year's Turnaround Achievement Awards more remarkable than years past. You are inspiring role models who prove that seemingly insurmountable obstacles can be overcome by being courageous, determined, and for asking for support along the way. We commend the students being recognized tonight for their dedication and perseverance in turning their lives around. We acknowledge the journey that has brought you here tonight and those who have supported you along the way. We recognize the significant contribution of families and school staff who have encouraged and sustained you along the way. Congratulations on your achievements being recognized tonight.
When Dylan arrived at Hampton High School mid-semester, it was obvious that her expectations for school were very low. Dylan's attendance was sporadic from the beginning, and she seemed very closed off and hard to get to know. As the holiday season approached, there were concerns for Dylan's success. After the Christmas break, there were some immediate changes. To start with, Dylan was attending school every day, whether it was online or in person. She began to develop a daily routine and positive relationships with her teachers and educational assistants. Dylan became a contributing member of her classes and participated in group discussions on a daily basis.
Dylan is now a trustworthy student. She follows all school protocols and handles difficult situations thoughtfully and with self-control. It is evident that Dylan has made some positive friendships in her life and is helpful to all students in her class. Congratulations, Dylan. You have achieved so much during your time here at HHS. We can't wait to see what you're capable of in your senior year. The sky is the limit.
I'd like to take a few minutes to tell you about our Belle Isle Middle School turnaround candidate, Caden Abbot Benson. Caden came to Belle Isle from Ontario in August of 2020 amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. When Caden saw his classmates on March 13th, he never dreamt it would be the last time he would see his friends. I'd met Caden prior to his first day of school and told him I would have him for science and gym for the year. He seemed very excited to be coming to school so he could make some new friends. Caden had a bit of a rocky start. He would have outbursts of anger, and a few times he would run and hide. On one such occasion, I found Caden, and he helped me to understand why he was so angry. He said leaving his friends without even getting to say goodbye and having no friends here. I told him that we would work together to try to make both of those a little bit better. Now, here we are, 2 months away from the end of the school year, and Caden is a much different boy from those first couple of months. He works hard in class and rarely misses a day of school. I spoke to Caden's mom last week, once she knew that he was going to be receiving this award, and asked her for her thoughts on Caden's adjustment to his new school. She shared with me that Caden had never liked school before. He was very shy, and it was a constant battle with her to get him to go to school. He wouldn't do any schoolwork, and he didn't like any of his classes, especially gym. Well, now she tells me he's very excited to go to school. When he gets home, he talks about all the things he's done that day in his classes and what he's done with his friends. His marks have gone from nothing but 2s to some 3s. And the best thing of all, he likes gym. His mother also is grateful for the change in his anger issues. What used to be a regular occurrence now seldomly ever happens. Caden has developed skills to help manage his anger. Caden, I'm proud of how you have progressed from those first few weeks of school. You're a very smart boy, and you amaze me with some of the answers that you come up with in science class. You should also be proud of your accomplishments. You definitely have made a turn in the right direction.
My name is Janice Linden, and I'm super proud to be presenting this year's Turnaround Award for Hampton Middle School to Ethan Barr. Ethan is a hardworking, dedicated student, and he especially loves math. Ethan is always there to offer a helping hand to his classmates, and he is ready and eager to learn each and every day. He puts forth great effort. This is the second year that I've had the privilege of teaching Ethan the subject in which he is a natural whiz in, and the pleasure has been all mine. When he finishes his work quickly, he wants more and more as his love for learning has grown throughout his middle school years. Ethan is a good friend who is reliable and honest, and he cares deeply about others. With that determination and outlook, heading into high school, I know Ethan will continue to strive to be a lifelong learner and continue to be the best he can be as a student and a classmate heading to Hampton High. The recipient was chosen by staff of Hampton Middle School, and it is to a fine, deserving young man with a bright future ahead. Congratulations, Ethan Barr. You will be magical wherever you are. Thank you.
When I met Carter King, he was in grade 9. Every day was a struggle to keep him engaged and learning at school. He had a short attention span, and he loved to grab things and people. He was loud and disruptive and spent most of his day working one-on-one in a small room because he could not handle being in the classroom with the other students. With a lot of patience and consistency, Carter has grown as a student. He attends class regularly, and he can sit in his seat, work hard, and he's usually pretty quiet in the classroom. In time, he learned to adjust his voice volume, and he can keep his hands to himself. He enjoys school and loves to help out whenever he can. Carter is working hard on doing things more independently. He can work independently for short periods of time in the classroom, and he'll wait for you to finish up something. He likes to walk in the hall by himself with confidence and no longer needs to be escorted around the school. Carter is learning to be a fine young man, and he's all set to graduate this year. He is a happy and friendly student who cares deeply for those around him. Carter often asks fellow students if they are happy, and he tries to cheer them up if they're sad. Just about everyone in the school knows Carter by name and greets him when he passes in the hallway. Carter is a great asset to the school community. He holds the door for others. He folds the laundry. He delivers the hot lunch to the classrooms. He picks up garbage around the school and in the community. He makes in-school deliveries, and he helps teachers with large packages or water bottles. He also has great school spirit. He cheers loudly in support of others in school assemblies. Carter was also involved actively in the Special Olympic sports, playing basketball, bowling, bocce ball, and floor curling. Carter is a joy to work with and brightens the day of all those around him. I just want to extend a congratulations to Carter King for all of his hard work and receiving this award.
Hi, my name is Janice Linden, and I'm honored to be presenting this year's Turnaround Award for Hampton Middle School to Loggan Lavigne. This is the second year that I have taught Logan, but I have known about Logan for many years, as I've also taught his 4 older siblings. Years go by, and then bam, the younger siblings magically end up in your classes too. Logan has a super kind and caring heart, and it shows through to anyone that has the pleasure of knowing him. He has taken on more of a leadership role in his senior year this year, and he's filling those shoes very naturally. Logan is just one of those likable students by all teachers and students, as he is so easy-natured, and he doesn't let too much ruffle his feathers. He is honest, fair, kind-hearted, and a trustworthy friend to his peers, as he is honest and reliable. I know with all these strong character traits and Logan's optimistic attitude in life, he will create his own path in whichever journey he chooses to go on. Hampton High School will be lucky to have you. Congratulations, Loggan Lavigne. You will create your own dream. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Kelly Shannon and I'm a teacher at Harry Miller Middle School. Today, it is my pleasure to introduce our Turnaround Achievement Award winner, Erin Bartlett. I am honored to have been chosen by Erin to present this award to her. Erin joined our Harry Miller community 3 years ago when she entered grade 6. I did not have the opportunity to get to know Erin while she was in grade 6, but I did notice her. She appeared to be an extremely quiet young lady, but more than that, she seemed to be withdrawn. In grade 7, Erin joined me in my homeroom, which allowed me to get to know her. First, she is indeed quiet, but don't be fooled by that. She is very observant and perceptive. You may think that she isn't paying attention, but she will subtly slide in a comment that lets you know that she hasn't missed anything. And more than likely, that comment will have an edge of sarcastic humor to it. I must admit, I genuinely enjoy this side of Erin's personality, as I've been known to be a bit on the sarcastic side as well. I think that is what has drawn me to Erin rather quickly. The other thing that amazed me about Erin was her artistic abilities. She is a very talented artist and a creative writer. As Erin's English teacher, I was able to witness the imaginative pieces she could create with words, her classmates, and me as well. Look forward to hearing what Erin had composed during our weekly quick write sessions. She never failed to entertain us. She and her bicycle went on some pretty amazing journeys. Our phys ed teacher also noted that Erin has grown tremendously during her time with us. In grade 6, Erin was quiet, reserved, and hung at the back of games and activities when she did participate. In grade 7, she saw Erin begin to come out of her shell by taking part in class. Now in grade 8, Erin is always prepared for class and excited to participate. Erin is a wonderful young lady and an outstanding member of our Harry Miller community. It is with great pleasure and pride on behalf of the staff at Harry Miller Middle School that I acknowledge the progress that Erin has made on her middle school journey. Her confidence has flourished and she knows who she is as an individual. She has a bright future in front of her. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Mr. Reed. I'm a Vice Principal at KVHS. I'm talking about Alex Potter, one of our choices for the Turnaround Achievement Award. Alex, in his 4 years at KVHS, has followed the advice that we have given him. He's worked very hard to get through school over the 4 years that he has been here. He has developed a love of learning, and he has learned to connect with teachers in a way that has been very positive for him and for us. He always stops to chat with myself or Mrs. Price in the hallway, which is fantastic, especially since where he started in grade 9 and where he is now in grade 12. And Alex has learned to be a great advocate for himself, which we feel is a very positive thing for him moving forward. And we wish Alex all the best going forward. Congratulations, Alex.
Good day. My name is Katie Stevens and I'm a guidance counselor at Kennebecasis Valley High School. I'm truly honored to present Grace MacDonald to you all as one of our recipients of the Turnaround Achievement Award. When asked for possible nominees for the award, Grace immediately came to mind. She's the epitome of strength, tenacity, determination, and resiliency. To say that I'm impressed with Grace is an understatement. During her graduating year, Grace has held a 93% average. She also holds a part-time job and volunteers. At school, Grace continues to work hard to maintain her academic excellence. She is well respected by her teachers and her classmates. One of Grace's chosen courses is Personal Interest course. In this class, her mission has been to assist in supporting the mental health needs of her peers at our school and in the community. Grace has created videos to highlight initiatives and courses that allow students to focus on their individual needs and passions. She's also assisted in the creation of mental health resources, such as possible check-in or attendance questions for teachers and resource pamphlets for her peers. She has also supported the revamp of our Zen Den, offering suggestions as well as doing some mural painting. Beyond the classroom, Grace has also spent many hours volunteering at Venture Academy, an institution for troubled youth, a most meaningful and powerful opportunity for Grace. She will definitely return and continue to support the Academy in the future. Locally, she volunteers with the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Grace was also contacted by CBC in the fall and spoke eloquently in a powerful radio interview, which left me with goosebumps, a few tears in my eyes, and bursting with pride and admiration. Although I selfishly wish Grace had more time at our school to spread her knowledge and support, she will be graduating in June. Grace will be attending Ryerson University in Toronto in the fall and plans to pursue a career in social work. This will be the perfect fit. She is definitely a helper by nature and will be supporting others in everything she does. I will not be surprised if we all see Grace in the news in the future, announcing her creation of a local facility to support youth in need. Congratulations, Grace. I feel privileged to know you and cannot think of a more deserving recipient for this award.
I would like to thank my parents for supporting me endlessly through it all. I would like to thank Mrs. Stevens for all of her help and for fighting for me in the school. I would like to thank Mrs. G for her friendly and welcoming environment. I would like to thank Miss Nicholson for all of her help and supporting me as well. And I would like to thank Venture Academy for taking me on my journey to a better life.
Devin came to us a couple years ago just looking for a change, and things weren't going very well for him at the high school, grade-wise, attendance-wise, and just not getting along so well with his teachers, so he came to see us and really just looking for a change. And at the time his home life wasn't doing so well. He was doing a lot of couch surfing and just not living at home and just going from house to house. And so we brought him in for an interview, and the interview went really well. He said he's going to try to come to school every day. He ended up getting an apartment with a friend of his, and so then he started school with us. He thought that it would be good to help with the bills, so he decided to get a part-time job. So here's a 15-year-old doing a part-time job plus trying to go to school. It was pretty hard to juggle both of those, but he succeeded a little bit, and his job was just across the street, which wasn't too bad. And so he was coming to school part-time, going to work part-time. But at the end of the year, we were talking a little bit more about graduation and where he wanted to be in a couple years down the road. So when he came back to us this past fall, he decided that he wouldn't keep his job and he would work just full-time with us at school. And so ever since he started doing that, things have been doing a lot better. He does not have an apartment now, but he lives with a friend who goes to school here. And so he was doing very well, and we're really pleased with how he's doing. And he's done so well that we're now back on track for graduation, and we couldn't be more proud.
Good afternoon. My name is Kristen Hicks, and I am a teacher at Portage. To begin, I would like to thank all the sponsors of this award and to congratulate all the winners to be announced today. I'm here to tell you about a grade 12 student who has not always had it easy in life and tended to make some bad choices, which in turn had severe consequences for her. This young lady has had the opportunity over the past few months to make some positive changes in her life that have brought her here today. She is one of the most determined young people that I have ever had the pleasure of teaching. When I first met Shauna a few years ago, she was quite headstrong and did not want anything to do with her education. Over the past few years, she began to understand how important getting her education really was. Her complete change of attitude towards her education astounds me each day. She has gone from someone who avoided school altogether to a well-rounded student, determined to graduate this year and move on with her life. Nothing makes me prouder than to have witnessed how much she has grown over the past few years. My wish for Shauna is that she continue to pursue her goals after she completes high school, because I truly believe this young lady can and will achieve great things in her life if she works hard. It is my pleasure to present this year's Turnaround Achievement Award to Shauna Blair.
Thank you to the sponsors for putting on this event.
The staff of Quispamsis Middle School celebrates Yehonatan Or as this year's recipient of the Turnaround Achievement Award. While academics and attendance have always been strong, this student's behavior and attitude have shown great maturity during his 3 years in middle school. Yehonatan grew up in Israel and then migrated to Canada partway through elementary school. This move was a significant culture shift, as he had to adapt to an entirely different set of social norms. In the past, Yehonatan's dealings with others might be described as brief or blunt. Today, he navigates social situations much more positively. Whether to classmates or teachers, Yehonatan can be found telling stories, cracking jokes, solving puzzles, and smiling while doing so. But his biggest social pastime is chess. His analytical mind is drawn to it, and he plays classmates every day during lunch. My homeroom recently voted on superlatives for every student in the class. Yehonatan was unanimously voted most factual. Whether the topic is history, science, or math, Yehonatan loves information and has the unique talent of turning just about any conversation into an educational roller coaster ride. When most people today have a factual question, they ask Google or Siri. However, when my students have a factual question, they ask Yehonatan. Who knows? One day, we just might see him as a contestant on Jeopardy! Yehonatan, as the middle school chapter of your education ends and you prepare to enter high school, remember that every moment in life, the good and the bad, is a potential learning experience. All you need to have is the right attitude. Thank you for all your factual stories. Congratulations on earning this year's Turnaround Achievement Award, and best of luck in your future.
It is my pleasure to present the Turnaround Achievement Award for Rothsay High School to Ryan Paixao. I would describe Ryan as being reliable, engaged, polite, and responsible after my many experiences with him this year. Being the first year that I was in this building, it was difficult to get to know the many characters of Rothsay High due to masking, social distancing, and alternating days. When we started to do virtual announcements during homeroom, I began using Teams to communicate with students. It was hard for me to know if it was an effective choice. Ryan was always quick to like a post, comment on it, or to let me know if a mistake had been made. In his own way, he helped me feel heard in a time where we are always meeting over screens. It has been a pleasure to watch Ryan develop his self-confidence in the woodshop and to pursue his personal interest project under the guidance of Mr. Lemire. From popsicle stick models to a full-size TV cabinet, Ryan has worked diligently by designing, budgeting, and building his dream project. It feels odd for a first-year principal to be speaking on behalf of a Turnaround Award winner because all I have seen of Ryan has been model citizenship. Even when mistakes were made, he always did the right thing. The reason he is our winner is that all of his teachers have commented to me how much he has matured, how reliable he has become, and how much a change they have seen since his arrival in grade 9. I am truly inspired by the staff of Rothsay High as they do not give up and they give students a fresh start every year. And this year, Ryan seized the opportunity to be better and to do better. We cannot ask for anything more from our graduates, and Ryan is the best example of what can happen when you make a decision to make a change. Congratulations, Ryan.
Life with teenagers is never easy, and we, as parents and teachers, need to celebrate the small accomplishments that we experience along the way. When Daniel arrived at Rothsay Park in grade 6, he was a happy, energetic boy full of enthusiasm and impulsivity. It was not long before he managed to get into a scuffle outside on the playground. Yes, this was probably not the call that Jackie was hoping to have at the beginning of his grade 6 year, but if we fast forward 2.5 years to grade 8, I am almost certain that she was thrilled to hear the same little impulsive boy was going to be the recipient of the 2021 Turnaround Award for Rothsay Park. I have had the pleasure to teach Daniel the past few years, and although he is still at times impulsive, he is a very happy, caring, likable, and smiley boy who is respected by his peers. At any moment, you can look into the class or the playground and see him laughing and joking around and just having fun. In speaking with Jackie, she said he really has matured. Not long ago, she convinced him that if he takes small chunks of his work and studies at an hour a day, he would be ready for his test. And it would not take all of his free time. He did this, with some headbutting, of course, but in the end, he did well on his test. And he thanked his mom for all of her help. I believe at some point we all mature and we all are motivated by one thing or another. When we are motivated, we put our time and efforts to improve or complete tasks, study for a test, focus on a sport, but when this finally becomes a reality depends on the person and what their motivating factor may be. Daniel has decided to grow up and focus on certain areas of his life. We are proud to be a part of that. We wish him all the best when he goes on to high school and chooses the path that works best for him. I have no doubt that he will achieve great things if he is motivated to do them.
Ethan and I have always had good chats, but I'll remember him coming to me out of the blue and asking if I knew anything about Chernobyl, a first for me in middle school. A lot has to happen for a child to go from elementary school to high school prepared, and it has as much to do with character as it does academics, perhaps more. Over the past year, I've been watching Ethan move quickly towards the kind of maturity that will see him succeed once he leaves this school. He's quite independent, both in regards to his behavior and his health. He seems to have a genuine curiosity and a wonder at learning things. He'll come to me during a break and we'll talk about airplanes, renewable energy, and even Chernobyl. And he's not just connecting with the adults, he has developed some really good friendships this year. I'm grateful that I've had Ethan in my class this year. I feel that Ethan has picked a path that will lead to good things and his success.
Good day, ASDS. As a teacher, you hear comments about students who will come to your class. I must admit, the comments were interesting. New students, new attitudes. At first, she was very quiet and very reserved in class. About a month into the school year, she started asking questions and asking for help. After a few months, she became more and more independent. She always puts forth maximum effort. Socially, she's becoming a leader, a voice of reason in chaos. Just today, a fellow student was asking for her help to complete a math assignment. This would not have happened a few months ago. The complete 180 this student has made this year, her commitment to pull her socks up, her consistent effort have made her the best candidate for this award. It is with great honor that I introduce this year's Sussex Middle School Grade 8 student recipient of the Turnaround Achievement Award, Zoe Smith.
I'm so happy and excited that I'm the recipient of this year's Turnaround Achievement Award. I would like to thank my family, especially my mom, who encouraged me and told me that I could do anything I set my mind to. I want to thank my sisters, aunt, nan, and pop. I also wish to thank my friends, who are always a positive influence on my life. I'm very lucky to have such a support system that will always encourage me to do better, but also to let me know when I am slacking off. Last year, I was not doing as well in school. I was not paying attention in class or listening to my teachers. I had a I don't care kind of attitude, and I was sometimes very disruptive in class. I decided that this year, I was going to try and do better. I listened to my teachers, my friends, and fellow classmates. I participated more in class. I did not cause any more disruptive behaviors and worked harder to get my grades up. This award is proof that I have improved and can achieve anything if I set my mind to it and decide to make an effort. I'm honored and grateful to be the recipient of this year's award. I wish to thank all the sponsors for making this event possible. Thank you for acknowledging that making an effort pays off. Thank you for the opportunity for a brighter future.
Good afternoon. I'm Heather Kyle, a teacher at Sussex Regional High. The student I would like to introduce this afternoon is Broc McGraw. Broc is a student at Sussex Regional High School who has shown incredible improvements in growth in his life as a student and growth in becoming a respected citizen. I first met Broc in grade 9 when he joined the high school. He was a student who, when you walked into the classroom, he'd be at his desk, he may have his head up, he may not. He may be rocking back in his chair. You could be guaranteed there was never a book on his desk, even though the book bag was sitting at his feet. In grade 10 second semester, Broc joined the Essential Skills program. Since that time, we've seen a big change in Broc for the positive. He has gained self-confidence. He knows what he has to do and takes responsibility for his actions. So, bringing books and paper to class began to happen. He also showed it as he applied for jobs and was successful at acquiring these jobs at Polly, Walmart, and now at Lasting Image Landscaping. Broc is not the quiet young man who sat at a desk with posture of an I don't care attitude to the young man who is taking control of his life and seeking the education he needs to be successful. He is putting himself out there to take on jobs that are not only physically exhausting, but in a job that is in the public's eye where presentation is a key factor.
Hello, my name is Crystal Gray. I'm a teacher here at Sussex Regional High School as well. I've had the opportunity to work with Broc in 3 different capacities here at the high school, as his guidance counselor, assisting with the essential skills, and most recently his grade 12 teacher, English teacher here at the school. The growth and development that I have witnessed Broc go through in the past 4 years makes Broc a perfect candidate for the Turnaround Awards. Broc's journey in believing in himself and his education was not always an easy one. At some times, there were losses, disappointment, and sometimes lack of motivation. Broc regained, overcome, and rose above these situations and has become more of what we believed he could have been in the beginning. Broc is kind, he's helpful, and he is without a doubt a perfect candidate for the Turnaround Award. We are so proud of you, Broc, and you should be proud of yourself. Best of luck and keep in touch.
It gives me great pleasure presenting Broc McGraw with the Turnaround Achievement Award for growth in attitude, self-control, self-confidence, and make a connection of attitude and education, which has led him to the path he is now on of graduation. Congratulations, Broc. Congratulations.
I Can Do Hard Things has been the theme of Rachel's year. Rachel has earned this turnaround award for the multitude of reasons, a few of which include attending school all day, every day, as well as attending each class and participating in extracurricular activities. Thoughtful, funny, reliable, and determined are only a few words that describe Miss Rachel Breckenridge. She demonstrates thoughtfulness by greeting people as she walks past. She looks them in the eye and asks them questions to show that she is interested in how they are doing. She apologizes when she's done something wrong and checks in on others when she knows they're having a difficult day. She lets her silly side show by telling jokes or silly stories. Nothing makes her happier than telling her friend his favorite stop joke and hearing him laugh. She can also be seen doing figure skating moves in the hallways when she's feeling particularly spunky. Her joy is contagious to anyone around her. And if you're like me and tend to be forgetful and need a reminder, Rachel is your gal. You can rely on her to give you gentle reminders about a change in schedule. But one of Rachel's most dominant qualities is her determination. When she has something in mind and she wants to accomplish, she will set a goal and she will meet it. You can see her increasing the numbers of laps she does on the bike around the school, or counting the number of steps during her day. The pinnacle example of her determination, however, is when I overheard her talking to herself. She had just prepared the weights on the weight bench press and was getting ready to lift a very heavy load. As I walked by, I heard her say, "Come on, girl, you've got this." And it was in that moment that I had no doubt that she could achieve any goal that she had set and worked towards, because she can do hard things.
Hello, my name is Rob Fowler and I'm the chair of the Anglophone South District Education Council, and I'm very pleased to be here at such a great event honoring some very impressive people. It's unfortunate that the COVID pandemic has made it impossible for us to be together in person, but it won't stop us from celebrating you and all of your achievements. I look forward to this event every year. Most of my time with the DEC is spent discussing budgets and financial statements. So when I get invited to such an event like this, the Turnaround Awards, it's a welcome relief to participate in something so positive. In spite of all the obstacles that were put in your way, this past year you remained focused on your goals and you made it. Whatever you choose to do in life, you can go forward. Having had the tools to accomplish whatever you set your mind to, you've just proved it. So now we celebrate you and your accomplishment, but this is also a chance to say thank you to your parents, your grandparents, your teachers, your guardians, and perhaps your friends, anybody who helped you along the way, because they believed in you, and now you can believe in yourself. A special thank you to all the folks involved in putting this virtual event together. Your work is very much appreciated because it's important to celebrate the great achievements by so many special young people. So congratulations to all the special people honored here tonight. We are all so impressed with what you've accomplished, and I wish you all the best of luck in the future. You can do anything you want. Stay safe.